Redefining broadcasting. Listen. TV radio. Lead there to lead. Never had before. I find out for radio. Ooh, kind of Adegoke. Official John Dust. Remember John Dust? Our guy. It's time for the show. Yes, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elevator TV Radio. My name is Edafe Magashavena. You're wondering why I'm wearing black? Well, it's black. It's Black Wednesday. It's Black Wednesday day because friends and family members, well-wishers and supporters and fans of Manchester United regret to announce the passing away of their beloved football club, Manchester United. Oh, take a minute. Don't wait for the 7th minute. Take a minute to just have a moment of silence. So last October, when Manchester United was beaten 5-0, but this same Liverpool people said this Old Trafford defeat was just a blind, just a sleep, a bad day in the office, a bad moment. But hey, Liverpool this time around settled down at home. They didn't even want to beat them. They didn't want to get provoked. They didn't even want to move. But then in the second half, Manchester United start acting. They start forming. They start running kitty, start jumping around, start acting like they don't want to make Liverpool drink water, keep cup. And then Liverpool just made it 4. Okay, 9 goals on aggregate over 2 legs. God have mercy. Manchester United, what happened to you? You know how the Bible says that the sins of the fathers, Alex Ferguson and our word, will be visited upon the first, David Moyes, the second, Jose Mourinho, the third, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and the fourth, Ralf Ragnar generation. That's exactly what's happening to Manchester United. It's sad. It's painful. Manchester United used to be the diamond standard of the Premier League, used to be the club that everybody wants their club to be like. But whose side? As bad as Arsenal is playing, the funny thing from an Arsenal perspective is the fact that Arsenal didn't kick a ball, didn't play anything. Have not won a single game in the last 3 matches, but Arsenal manages to rise above Manchester United, even without playing a ball. Oh, what a pity. That's how they say worry. When I remember my United, water run away my ayo, water run away my eye. It's a pity, These are the kind of moment that makes Obayambo go crazy with his grammar. It's a state of Bismarck at Manchester United. Oh, God of heaven, what is happening to Manchester United? How do we fix Manchester United? You know how they say that Pep Guardiola is buying results, is spending money to buy results, but somehow when you look at this Manchester United team, don't you think that in the last, since Pep Guardiola came to Manchester City, the funny thing is Manchester United has spent just about the same amount of money that Pep Guardiola has spent, and they are on 2 different directions. Okay, one is in Siberia, the other one is in Liberia. I don't understand. There is no hope. There is no sign of glory. There is nothing. Maybe what they need is Coach Ayere. Coach Ayere might just come and save them, or Coach Olumide, or you never can tell. Yelu would come and save Manchester United. You need to do. They say to get something you've never gotten before, you have to do something you've never done before. Just maybe Manchester United will be saved with the injection of this new blood. They told us that the purchase of Bruno Fernandes is the greatest thing that can ever happen to the club. Where they got Bruno Fernandes? Now Bruno Fernandes is not like Ashavi. Oh, they said when Jadon Sancho comes in, he would give the club wheat, he would bring in the crosses, he would dazzle, and he would run at every opposition. Oh, blood of God, it's even worse. Manchester United is a shame. They're shambolic. They're like a group that is cursed out of something. Who used their destiny to do ritual at Ahmadiyya Shrine? Or is it Shango that spit fire on Manchester United? It's an inquest. It's about time we start making an inquest. We can understand. Arsenal, yeah, they decided to, mortgage their destiny a long time ago. But Manchester United, the Red Devils, and the Devils become so easy that people cannot play with their horns. Oh, come on. Manchester United used to be responsible for the cry, the tears, the weeping and gnashing of teeth that is happening at Liverpool. Now Liverpool doing this to Manchester United and everybody feels it's okay. Even Manchester United players are taking selfie. Manchester United fans are even on social media attacking Arsenal fans. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Who decided? Who swore that Manchester United will suffer for 600 years? Oh, I don't understand. What an irony this life has become. The greatest club in the history of British football is not the laughingstock of the public. Oh, if you look at your Bible, you would say, Liverpool, I know. Manchester City, I know. Manchester United, who are thou? You just ask yourself, is Manchester United now the seven sons of Sceva? I don't understand. Oh, just when Manchester City was begging Man United, please stop Liverpool. Stop them from the title run. Stop them from being on our trade. Make sure they don't go on top of the table. Make sure they don't get that 2-point advantage. Manchester United is like, we can't help ourselves. Why would we help anybody? Manchester United remind me of a political party in Nigeria called APC. They blame everybody but refuse to take responsibility. It's a pity that a pitied man died in a pit. What can I say? In the words of Chana Madi, what? Murphy, what can I say? It's a terrible moment to be a Manchester United fan right now because even if you're eating on the dining table, you don't deserve to use a cup to drink water. And then if you're the fourth born of your family and you're a Manchester United fan, you have to renounce that position because you have to go down to sixth. Even if you guys are only 4 in the family, you have to find a way to tell your parents to adopt 2 more children. You have to go down to sixth. It's a sad tale for Manchester United. I feel like crying. And you know the worst part? The man who's responsible for making Liverpool suffer for years, Alex Ferguson, still keep coming to the stadium. Oh, the sins of our father. May we not averse from the sins of our fathers. What blood are they going to use to cleanse them? Because the blood of Jesus is not available for the devil. Whether you're a black devil, you're a white devil, you're a red devil, whatever devil you are, the blood of Jesus is not available for you. That is just the truth. They are red devils. So even if the blood of Jesus will save Arsenal, even if the blood of Jesus will save Tottenham Hotspur, even if it will save Manchester City and every other person, you can't save Manchester United. They are red devils. The devil is cursed from the beginning of time. And there is a place prepared for the devil. It's a burning furnace prepared for him and his disciples. And his archangels and the demons. Oh, Manchester United. Let's take a minute silent. Let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll bring you the sports buffet in full. Yeah, to think that my producer is a Manchester United fan. I'm sorry, Kalidei. I don't mean to be rude or to be hard, but it is what it is. He said that today shall be back. And Schwarzenegger said that. I know Charlie Schwarzenegger. I don't know Manchester United. He said we will be back. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he came back. But Manchester United, they will suffer for 600 years. I can't tell you that for free. If you have anything to say to Manchester United, please drop it in the comment section. Let's have some fun on behalf of Manchester United today. It's the burial ceremony of Manchester United. God, Liverpool. What a crushing defeat. 5-0 the first leg in October. 4-0 here. What a counter. I can't even say it out of my mouth. Manchester United were discombobulated, they were obliterated, they were annihilated, they were, oh God, they're like, all right, let's read some messages now. Let's start from Instagram. I like my Instagram people. I love you people. Good morning and welcome to the show. My name once again is Daffy Matthew. You love to come in the Level Sports. Now let's have some fun this morning. See, we think about Lagos traffic and think about the whole world, the whole things that is happening. You need some fun, you need some laugh. Manchester United fans might be angry, but I mean, it's Machiavellian principle, isn't it? It takes one kingdom to fall for another kingdom to rise. So what are we saying here? When Manchester United was on the top, we're laughing at some other people. So let's enjoy their 600 years of suffering. When somebody else begins to suffer, we shift the attention and the microphone to them. But right now, they are on the spotlight. They can't avoid it. They can't avoid it. When they were winning and we were praising them, some of them were suffering. Oh, J. Dale, one, he said, this man you stroking too early. I am shamed. Sorry. I didn't know you're here. Okay, Monaco underscore Matt 44. He said, good money, big name. Good money to you. Kushayire is in Dubai laughing at everybody. Kushayire is a big boy now. When you call Kushayire, call him with respect. Call him international. Yeah. Put senior man to his name. Put some respect. All those people who said that Kujaire will never coach again, the people who said that Kujaire is not a coach, well, the people who know football, they invited him, put him on trial to show his mental. Let me tell you the story about Kujaire in case you don't know. They put him on a test. They said, we're going to have you do 8 training sections. And if you do these 8 training sections in 2 weeks, if you're good enough, we will consider you. By the time he finished the first 30 minutes of his first section, they said that that's the guy we want. We don't just want him as an assistant, we want him as a head coach. That's how good you are. They say, see a man who have his gift, who work diligently, he will stand before kings and not just mere local people in Lagos trying to claim that they are big boys. Be small boys that are claiming to be big boys. Coach, are you ready? All right, passing ahead. Coach is at a place now where they don't train in dilapidated environment, where the pitch is terrible, where you cannot, really put your skill to test. Those people that sold Joseph into slavery are now going to go and buy and beg rice from Joseph. Oh, blood of God. I need to do a special on Kushaire. Where is the team? We need to fly to Dubai. We need to go and meet this Kushaire. You know when they say somebody is a child of destiny? People who said that David is too small are now calling him King David because he has slain Goliath. Even in the Bible, the women sang the song, but they did not understand. Kushaire's English name is not just that, it's David. And, the women sang the song in the Bible and they said, Saul has killed his 1,000, but David has killed his 10,000. Oh, God of God. Yeah, man. My Binianti will say, hey, school me right now, and so my Binianti talk about, let me talk about, hey, Miss Smiley, he said, I'm a Man United fan, but it's hard to take. Predicted the scoreline itself. Okay, good. J.Dele1. Are you at your Dele? He said, Elegbe. It's supposed to be Elegbete. He said, he don't take it easy or no. Sorry, we are going to have some fun. Try Elegbete, I beg now. That's Miss Smiley. Oh, this lady, I'm sorry. Monaco, he said the rise and fall of Manchester United. They are in the dustbin now. They have been kicked into the abyss, the bottomless pit. When I was growing up, that word was very common in our morning devotion and evening prayers. Everything that is holding us in poverty, we kick into the bottomless pit. The more we pray that prayer, the more poor we become. I don't understand. I told my mom, I said, Mommy, this is your God. You need to answer prayer. The Islam that my mother gave me that money. I said, this God that we're praying, is he wicked? Mama, this God, is he even wicked, safe? After we pray, we have prayed, we have cried, we have done everything, we have converted hunger into fasting. God is still not answering our system in this house that is leaking. Once rain starts to fall, the house inside the house, you get more water than outside. This God need to answer prayer. Thank God, my children will not have to see those things that I saw. I'm a witness to better life now. You will not understand, guys. Well, I'm always a very happy guy. You guys don't understand. You have to understand where I'm coming from. Oh, you have not been successful. Who told you I have not been successful? Are you the judge or I am the one? I am the one coming from where I'm coming from. I know I'm already a super. As I dare, so I'm more successful than Obi Kubana. That's why I see it. Because where I'm coming from, oh Jesus, looking at where I am right now. Abayomi, he said, good morning, Dedafe, good morning to you. Cars _347. He said, this man you fall, it is sweet my belly. When I would wear, was giving them all the free points they were having. They were having fun. Them suffer, begging, make them suffer well. Chill winch me. He said, why did they pick old players as under 20? I'm pained. Do you have their birth certificate? I went on to say, what is the difference between United and Barcelona? I know Barcelona are reviving themselves and going up. Barcelona will not go 10 years of suffering. Man United have been in this for a very long time. It didn't just start now. And it looks like it's going to continue for 600 years. Barcelona will not suffer that long. He said, though it tarry, but wait. It shall come to pass. Barcelona will come to pass. But Man United don't. He said, I will curse those that I will curse, and I will bless those that I will bless. Man United look like the ones that are cursed. Cross the hand like this to anoint them. One is blessed, one is cursed. Who is likely to be out of the dungeon first? It's Barcelona, and Barcelona is already on their way out already. They have a pathway. Let's go to Facebook and see what my Facebook people are saying. Hey, my beautiful, amazing damsel. This woman is beautiful. She's really beautiful, you know. I've known her for a very long time, but I've not really met her. I just saw her pictures. Like, oh, she's young. I thought she was like a mama. Okay. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you. I like this spoken words from you. This already made my day. I'm glad I made somebody's day. That's the mission. Oh, come on the microphone and make one person's day. My mission is completed. The rest of the show, you don't like him or anybody there. Kilo on me, as my Yoruba brothers and sisters will say, it's none of my business. I'm done. Oh, my brother. This is my brother from the Niger Delta. My brother from Urubulan. Richard Otueje said, Mingo Bros, Fredo, this Manchester United side needs a complete overhaul, as they need to get rid of some players with big names and big wages. Ronaldo might be scoring, but I don't think it is helping the team. Before Ronaldo came, all these other players were grinding results as they were playing as a team. Now, they need to look for him up front to pass the ball to him. When I said it at the beginning of the season, people said I was stupid. Okay? And this is weakening the strength of the team as a unit, as there will be less scores from the team. Okay? Thank God you know. And then my Barcelona, that defense is a problem, and I hope we can fix that on time. I greet all of you. We greet you too. I pray we don't have to do a show for the burial of Barcelona, but I'm still having faith. I'm still believing in them. Saviki, he said, being successful is achieving your set out goals, which I completely agree with you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's the definition of success. I said that in some way. Did you copy me? That looked like something that I said. Victor Malalu is like, you copy me, right? You copy my work. Somebody's giving you a small. I said this thing within this week somewhere. And somebody asked me what's success. I said success. Okay, last week was that it could be. Somebody asked me what's the definition of success. I said success is achieving set goals. Success is not I have $10 million in the bank. You can have $10 million in the bank and you still be a failure. So if you set goals to have $100 million in the bank and then what you have is $10 million, it's failure. But if I set goals to achieve this, to buy that, to do this, to do that, and I've done it, that's set goals. That's success. Yeah, we're still pushing it. Victor Malolo on Facebook, he said, I think the man you... So wait, you're watching on Facebook, you're watching on Instagram, you're watching on YouTube. How many devices are you using? That's a beautiful addiction. I love you. I love you, man. I love you. I need the faith. I don't want to talk about you in public. Let me just love you like that. I'm giving you a hug from here. I'm hugging you. I think what you need is a hug. Okay. I think the Man United team need overhauling. Lots of players need to go. Maguire needs to be playing from the bench. He needs to go. Rashford, Lingard, Matic, Pogba, etc. They all need to go. Victor Malo wants to say the entire Man U team need overhauling. The coach also does not understand the problem. The problem is beyond the coach. Even the next coach that is coming, you guys will be shocked. It will start well, but eventually the demons of Manchester United will overhaul him. You will see. Gemma Valentine said, good evening. Okay, from where you are. Where are you again? It is this evening. You are ahead of us. So where are you? Brazil? No, Brazil is not evening yet. Brazil is 5 hours from now, so they're in the afternoon. Australia, maybe? I think so. RIP Manchester United. That's what he said. So wherever you are, chime in your thoughts, what you think about Manchester United and the whole crisis that is brewing in that club. But that will not stop us. Felix Peters, I say good morning, bro. Good morning to you. Okay, so Manchester United, why Manchester United are suffering and languishing in the bottomless pit, let's remember that a club called Fulham have gained promotion again, And then from next season, they'll start their preparation to start going on relegation. That's what they know how to do. Go down, come up, go down. They should change their name to Yo-Yo Football Club. That's what I think. Okay, Manchester United are fundamentally broken on and off the pitch, blast Gary Neville after Anfield drubbing. And he insists he feels sorry for the new boss, Eric Ten Hag, after years of Glazer mismanagement. Okay. You were the first person to say it. I said it last week that Eric Ten Hag will come, collect money, and he will not. Says Manchester United are 6 years behind in the summer review. Okay. Players rating, Thiago Alcantara ran the show, and Salah was back to his best in dominant Liverpool. Did you see that pass from Sadio Mane to Salah? Did you see the blood of God? Even Ronaldo will be jealous of that pass. Yeah, JJ Okocha will not even be able to do it. Can one pass to John Otaka one time at the AFCON. Okay, that pass would go close to this one. But did you see that pass? And then the control of Mo Salah. I know that Man United fans, I know what you guys are thinking. Arsenal should be beating like 9 goals tonight, and then you come and mock me tomorrow. Arsenal is not your mate. Arsenal is not your level. Arsenal is a dead team. They died a long time ago. There's nothing to mock about Arsenal. Arsenal is a shameless shame. So it's nothing. And Ladyman, he said Pogba is a broken, once great footballer, symbolic of a broken, once great footballer, coach, and also symbolic of a broken, once great football club that is no longer a team to be reckoned with. So I'm not the only one saying it. Had nothing to say. Humiliated Manchester United players and their PRO team stay silent on social media. Okay, all the PRO teams that they have that always go on social media to say one thing or the other. This time around, Liverpool shut them up. See, every tongue that shall rise in judgment against you shall be condemned. Is it not in the Bible? That's exactly what has happened. Manchester United, they've all been condemned. They can't speak. They can't speak. And those who have anything to say, speak now or forever be silent. And they were all silent. Breaking news. Women have won Russia and Belarusian players from championship over the invasion of Ukraine. I don't know why that is happening. What it concern Belarus for the matter now? What it concern Belarus? Okay, Max Verstappen is a time bomb. Once Red Bull chief, Helmut Marko, with the world champion ready to blow after a frustrating start to the season with 2 retirements from the first 3 races. Okay, you better be careful. You better be careful. Well, Cristiano Ronaldo is back smiling again after the way the fans of Liverpool gave Cristiano Ronaldo more joy than the fans of Manchester United. That's very, very strange. Very, very strange. In the 7th minute. And there was one thing that I saw that caught my attention. So Gary Neville said, I wish the rest of the team were the same. And who was he talking about? He was talking about the Tunisian Hannibal Majbri. Now, my problem with that is it was like encouraging the rest of the players to clatter and run into the players of Liverpool. My question is that not rough play? Is that not foul play? If the rest of Manchester United players play like Hannibal did in the last few 8 minutes that they played in that game, they would have gotten like 10 red cards. If they play like that for 90 minutes, they would have gotten like 10 red cards. The referee knew that Manchester United was already dead. That's why they didn't bother giving him red card. Hannibal would have collected the red card. In another time, in another game, if it was an Arsenal player, straight away red card will come. Very, very careful. And it is said, it is written, and I quote, that this could be the last minute of Paul Pogba as a Manchester United player. Who said that? Was Gary Neville. As he huffed out of the game, citing that they were going to kill Manchester United, and not pretending like he was injured. Okay. Ayobami Ayodele on Facebook said, United fans seems to see Ronaldo as the only one that is not the problem. That is the players around him, okay? Because whenever he does not play, United lose or draw. So they feel that Ronaldo is the savior. No, Ronaldo is not the savior. Ronaldo is actually the problem. That the players around him are the ones that are that with the issues. So, sir, what do you think? Ronaldo said, listen, Ronaldo is the kind of player that when you play around Ronaldo, and look at Ronaldo's history, Ronaldo have done well for himself to always distinguish himself. You know, that kind of like Have you ever worked in a place where you have an irresponsible leader? And I've had one. I've had one in my lifetime. An irresponsible leader who does not take responsibility for anything, who wishes to blame everybody else for anything that goes wrong. If something goes wrong with him, it is your fault. If something goes wrong with you, it is your fault. He's never responsible for anything. That's Ronaldo. But you see, the success that Ronaldo have had in the course of his lifetime, of his career, is so big that you can't blame him. Sorry, guys. So you can't blame him for anything. But look at Manchester United. Let's look at Manchester United holistically. So with Cristiano Ronaldo on the side, what happens is everybody now relaxes like, oh, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. He would deliver. Then he doesn't deliver. You know, it's like going through life. Two children going through life. One does not have a rich father, rich uncle, no relative to help him. That's me. The other one have like your Tinubu's son. So you can gamble away your secondary school years, you can gamble away your university years, you would still be able to make it through. But peradventure, if your father is not as rich as you think, or probably death come or something happens, and all of the money that you thought you people have is actually not your father, so your father was just fronting for other people, and now they've come to take their things. And then you realize that you've not equipped yourself well. That's what's happening with Manchester United. So before Manchester United came in, Bruno Fernandes was performing, Edson Cavani was performing, Pogba was performing, the rest of the guys were pulling through. But now they have a guy who's the alpha male, who's the alpha and omega. They just feel like, you know what, we just need to show up as backup, or support cast. It's no longer all frontline people, they are all back cast, support cast. Cristiano Ronaldo will take care of it. But unfortunately, he doesn't. You know those family where they have one person abroad and everybody just feel like, and I'm going to use footballers as an example. Majority of footballers, once they sign their first contract abroad, all their brothers stop going to school, they stop going to work, they are just sitting at home waiting for money to come. And then one day the player gets injured. Like my case, the player gets injured and then they now realize that money is not coming again and they've not gone to school, they've not learned any trade, they've not picked up any skill, they are all useless, and their poverty will attack the family like a bandit. That's what's happening to Manchester United. All the team, everybody just feel like, no, we should not relax. We have Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at the 3 games they played before Cristiano Ronaldo showed up. They all were, pulling weight. Bruno Fernandes was running into the channel, getting the goals. But Pogba, first 2 games had made 6 assists, if I'm not mistaken. But once Cristiano Ronaldo came in, it was, hey, that's the guy. That's the guy they brought in that will solve all our problems. That's, as Igbo people will say, Le Messiah. It was the Messiah that will solve that problem. But unfortunately, it's messianic tonic or wand, it's not working. Because in previous cases, apart from Juventus, you will notice that in previous cases where Cristiano Ronaldo and the team is playing for have been successful, it has been as a result of a top-class support crew. So go back to Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo had a Wayne Rooney who went from being a top striker to being a number 10. People forget that part. Sacrificing his position so that Cristiano Ronaldo can run from wide into that channel without any problem. And leaving that role of scoring goals for Cristiano Ronaldo. And then he also had a support crew. Cristiano Ronaldo played with these men. Listen, he played with Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez, Dimitar Berbatov, and a host of other players at the same time in a Manchester United jersey. When he went to Real Madrid, he played in a team that had a proven goal scorer coming from Lyon in Karim Benzema. But Karim Benzema, what did he do? He sacrificed himself again. He carried the cross from Owerri to Calvary and allowed Cristiano Ronaldo the opportunity. And you see what we're saying with Benzema since Cristiano Ronaldo left, we're saying the Benzema that Benzema have always been. He is a proven goal scorer. He doesn't need to prove a point to anybody. But it was in a team where he felt, you know what, if this guy doesn't get the glory, he's going to wreck the boat. So let's leave him, let him have the glory. That means that he will be the frontline man, the guy everybody praises. Why we win the trophies? No big deal. But at Manchester United today, he doesn't have that kind of support cast. Okay, so there is poor leadership at the back first. There's no Sergio Ramos who intimidate opposition, who would draw your hand out of your socket, go and ask Salah, who would kick your face if you need to, go and ask Atletico Madrid players, and then referees will also be in their favor. In midfield, Manchester United have Pogba, but they don't have Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Casemiro or any other person that comes in. So when you look at the attack as well, it's just Cristiano Ronaldo. They don't have a Benzema or any group of support cast that can really make it happen. And when Cristiano Ronaldo went to Juventus, we also saw the same thing. There was not a support cast that can make it happen. Cristiano Ronaldo is not a one-man army. It's not a George Ponguia. It's not a Ronaldo da Lima. So there is always going to be that struggle. And that struggle is what has happened to Manchester United. So Manchester United should have jolly well. I could say that Manchester City helped to destroy Manchester United this season by deceiving them that they want to sign Cristiano Ronaldo, knowing fully well that there was nothing like that on the cards in the first place. And eventually, Manchester United signed him. And the team, Manchester United was supposed to be one of the teams that was supposed to challenge for the title this season, but unfortunately that didn't happen. About Mr. Bossa, he is scoring the goals for United. Yes, he's scoring the goals, but the team is not. The days where one man, imagine if Liverpool were depending on only Mo Salah's goal. By now, they will be in 7th position. Because since January, he's not been scoring. And they might not be winning games. So you need your goals distributed. That's the reason why Arsenal is where they are. Even Arsenal should have been like in 3rd position or chasing top with Chelsea. But because there's nobody really, the goals distribution. Look at Arsenal. When 3 players were scoring per game, Arsenal defense was not struggling. Smith Rowe will come from the bench and score. What's it called? Bukayo Saka will score. Odegaard would either create or score. Arsenal was winning games. Now those goals are dried up. There's a problem. There's nobody to score the goals again. But in the case of Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, he's scoring goals because that's who Cristiano Ronaldo is. His body, his personality owes the goals. But are the team working as a unit? Is the team functioning as a unit? Or they see themselves as just seat fillers in the wedding party of Cristiano Ronaldo? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Do they see themselves as part of the event, or they are just supporters? They are just people. They say, okay, we don't have our invited guests are not around, so please, if you have to, just dress and come and fill the place so that the picture will not look bad on camera. That's the thing with the Manchester United players right now. And if you see them play, you could tell the body language is just there. It's just that everybody sometimes don't realize this. Well, in Felix Peters on YouTube says, a team that does not have a DM, what do you expect? The back line are total crap and totally average. Stamina Emmanuel, that's my teammate, fantastic guy, back in Port Harcourt, lovely guy now in South Africa. He said, good morning, Elegotel TV crew and viewers. What Manchester United, Barcelona, and Arsenal is going through now is what AC Milan, Liverpool has been through. They just need to review their teams. I agree with you on that one. Victor Manuel, what do you make of Chelsea versus Arsenal tonight? Well, it's gonna be. I mean, you're just looking for what to say. You're a Chelsea fan, I'm an Arsenal fan, so you're just looking. Let me mock it up. It's at the speed. So Chelsea have this thing about them. The coach have found the boldness to let Lukaku know that I don't need you. But Lukaku can still play this game and they'll beat Arsenal because he can bully the Arsenal defense. But the speed available to Thomas Tuchel in this match, Chelsea team, it's not something that I think Arsenal can handle. Arsenal's weakness is Chelsea's strength. So Arsenal's weakness is in the midfield. Chelsea's strength is in the midfield. Chelsea have players that can stop Arsenal from playing, and you don't even need to stop Arsenal from playing because Arsenal attack line is as confused as the Manchester United attack line. So all they will do is to run at it. It will take a mistake of grand proportion for Arsenal to beat Chelsea tonight, and it's just what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and delude myself and be very delusional and begin to think, oh, Arsenal is going to win. I don't think so. I think that it's Chelsea's game to win. Where would Arsenal score from? The first question you ask yourself is, where would Arsenal score from? Gabriel Martinelli is looking tired. Bukayo Saka is tired. There's no replacement. Worst player ever in the world. Arsenal's most expensive signing, Nicolas Pepe. That one, he knows how to play, so he can't even come in and help. Eddie Nketiah, that guy does not know how to play football. He doesn't know. He plays like a kite that is flying against the wrong wind. So there is nothing there. In midfield, Arsenal can't hold its own in midfield against Chelsea right now. So it's almost impossible for me to raise my hand and say, oh, this is where Arsenal would have that strength. This is where Arsenal would do it. But then it's football. Chelsea might decide to go to sleep today and then Arsenal will come. But then, do you see this Chelsea? Come on, let's talk about teams that will go to sleep. Do you see this Chelsea go to sleep? The answer is no. Divine 14859 says, Elegbete, You are too obsessed with Ronaldo. Talk about Messi. What do you ask? Somebody asked a question about Ronaldo. I'm not obsessed about it. So try to understand. Sometimes when you come in and you join the conversation halfway, keep quiet and listen to what's going on. Don't just jump in and say the things you do. Somebody ask a question. If you ask a question, you that is obsessed about Messi, ask a question about Messi and let's have a conversation. And to talk about Messi, let's talk about Messi. Messi might not be scoring goal, but it's just about breaking the assist record in the league in France. Guess what? They are out of the Champions League, but somehow they are going to win the league. So what are you saying? What do you want me to talk about? I should just cook up lies and lie against Messi. Is that what you want me to say? I don't understand. What are the goals? You see, when we talk about the goals that Cristiano Ronaldo has scored, you realize that what's it called? There is a certain bench that scored goals, about 20-something goals for a club that got relegated. So it's not like, oh, because he scored goals, we shouldn't talk about it. That's what Manchester United, we're talking about Manchester United, and unfortunately, the name Cristiano Ronaldo popped up. I was going to talk about it. What are we going to say about Messi? Okay, he said talk about Messi, like Messi only has 3 goals in La Liga. Do you understand how scandalously bad that is? No, I understand that he's playing in a team that already have two players in front, and he's decided to slot himself in a place where he can be of use to the team. When was the last time Cristiano Ronaldo helped anybody to a hat-trick? Lionel Messi helped 2 players to a hat-trick just 2 games ago. So when you're having a conversation, have a conversation in full blast and say, okay, what has it done? Is it added value to the team? Yes, he has added value to the team. Okay, he's kept the team going. He's kept the ship steady, even on the very. This is like one of the bad seasons in terms of the Paris Saint-Germain project. But somehow came into this league, he's got the highest assist already. So that's something. Okay, so if you want to talk about bad, is Manchester United in a place where they will make the Champions League? It doesn't look like it. Paris Saint-Germain are going to play in Champions League next season. Paris Saint-Germain are going to win the league this season. So where's the bad? Where's the scandal in that conversation? I really don't know. It's just like saying, oh, let's say that Lewandowski is scandalous because they got knocked out of the Champions League by Villarreal. But somebody are going to win the Bundesliga. That's not a scandal. They have something to win. Okay, the whole great form of Man City this season, they might end up winning only the league, or they might end up not winning anything because they still might lose the league title, they still might get knocked out of the Champions League, and they're already out of the FA Cup. So what would you say? So sometimes I find the balance in this conversation. Don't use the worst thing anybody can do is what you're doing, Divine. Don't use Messi to juxtapose Cristiano Ronaldo. That argument would never work. The day with Sina and I were talking about Paris Saint-Germain and talking about the failings of the club, we could talk about Messi and the fact that he didn't bring in enough goals, he didn't add enough goals. That's the reason why they got knocked out of the Champions League. But is that really why they got knocked out of the Champions League? Because the way I see it, they got knocked out of the Champions League because the entire team collapsed. Okay? And we could have a conversation on that one objectively if you want to be. But unfortunately, using Cristiano Ronaldo and using Messi to juxtapose Cristiano Ronaldo does not fix the problem that Manchester United is fixing. And somebody sent me a message. Hello, Daphne. My name is Ayo. What do you think of the new coach that is coming to Manchester United from Ajax? Do you think he's got what it takes to handle the Manchester United dressing room? Honestly speaking, I'm going to tell you, Ayo, Manchester United is beyond the dressing room. The problem at Manchester United and Arsenal have similar problems. So when the going was good, you know how Manchester United, Arsenal, Nigeria have similar problems. When the going was good, when Sir Alex Ferguson was winning and Arsene Wenger were winning, one of the things they didn't do is put up structure. And you know, these two MB fans of football would not agree with me on this, but I don't need them to agree. But let's look at it objectively. When there was that boom of success, one of the things that Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger did at Manchester United and Arsenal was to dismantle the entire structure. The structure that made them successful, they dismantled it. And that's very, very evil. That's criminal and bad. So when Arsene Wenger came into Arsenal in September of 1996, there was a chairman. His name was David Dane. There was vice chairman. There was a structure. There was a scouting team. Everything was working well. And if you look at that period, Arsenal was winning titles. Arsenal won the double in 97-98 season. Arsenal, they're not winning the league title today. They're winning the FA Cup. The team was good. Signing of players was done in a very swift and perfect way. And then somehow, after the invisible year, David Dane retired. Okay, he resigned actually, retired. But let's say he retired. And then he went on to join forces with other business people because he was not looking to buy the club, and he didn't like the idea because Arsenal, the shareholders at Arsenal at the time said that they didn't want to be like what Arsenal is now. They didn't want to buy Chelsea. They didn't want to be a one-man club. You know, they pride themselves in their steep tradition of being a community-owned club, a club that is owned by a lot of people. So he left. Then there was no football director. Arsene Wenger insisted that football directors are a nuisance. Those as well, are a nuisance to the game of football. As some business people who don't know anything about football who think they know, so he doesn't need a football director. But now let me explain the danger of that. So when it comes to signing players, and as we've seen over the years, it took longer for Arsenal to sign players, not understanding the revolution that the world was going through, the digital age, the way things were going to go. It took longer for Arsenal to sign players like Sherrod Phillips, players like Juan Mata, players like the guy Gonzalo Higuain, players like there are a lot of players, Luis Suarez. That time that you are in the field training for 2 hours, a lot of conversations are going on. People are trying to call you on your phone. Your phone is in the office, and you're on the field. Nobody's able to reach you. They will move on to something else because nobody's going to put their life on hold for you. But if you have a football director, that's what the football director will do. And then it comes back to your report to you, okay, I need a striker that is of this mode, a striker that is in this position, that does this or does that. And then go get it for you. That's the kind of structure that Chelsea have. But that's the kind of structure that you have in Bayern Munich, in Real Madrid, in Barcelona, and the rest of them. You just name what you need. And Chelsea too. And Man City too. You just name what you need. And then go give you like 4 options and tell you these are the options we have. And then they give you the analytics that backs their position up and tell you why it should be this. So that sometimes when people say, oh, Pep Guardiola spent his money, I just laugh because that's lack of knowledge of understanding of football. Arteta refused to spend money in January. No, it's not Arteta that refused to spend money. The club refused to spend money. But long and short, Arsenal didn't have that. Manchester United too didn't have that. But because Alex Ferguson was winning, it was okay. But what the man didn't think was, one day I'm going to leave. I will not, the next person that will come in will not have the kind of influence that I have over the players, over the club, over the referees, over the EPL, and over the media. Because you have become a dinosaur, an ancestor. They fear you. They are very careful with what they write. Even in today's journalism, people are careful with what they write about certain kind of people because of the repercussion, what the person might do to them. So people don't want to get into trouble. And that's exactly what happened. So when they step aside, now normal traffic of football resumed. Now when the normal traffic of football resumed, Arsenal didn't have a football director. Arsenal didn't have a board, a structure that can support the person that came in. When Emery came in, was he a bad coach? I always said on every platform that I belong that Unai Emery is not a bad coach because I watch his training, I watch his team play. You could see that this team is not bad, but unfortunately, there was no structure supporting it. And then players, now the funny thing with players is once they see that your laws are not back to repercussion, you know how they say that laws without punishment are just decorative flowers? So they know that there is nobody in the club that can back your backing, your noise. It's just useless to them. So that's exactly what happened with them. And every coach that have come to Manchester United, let's be very honest, David Moyes, not a bad coach. Maybe average, but not a bad coach. Maybe they didn't deserve to be the Manchester United coach, but you can't say he's a bad coach. Jose Mourinho, not a bad coach, world-class coach. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, okay, average, but he could have gone well if there was a structure behind it. Unfortunately, there was not. The guy that they brought in, Ed Woodward, I don't have a problem with Ed Woodward. People can complain all they like, but he made more money for Manchester United than anybody ever because that's what he was good at. He was a financial person. He was a Wall Street person who knows how to get money out of nothing. And he did a great job on that. But unfortunately, the football people were not there. The coaches didn't have the kind of backing. And that's the same thing that the club is suffering at. So back to you, Ayo. Erik ten Hag is a good coach. But you see, if he comes in and Man United don't put the backroom support that it needs, that's the same thing with national team coaches of the Super Eagles. They don't give the back support, the whole people that they need to back him up. He will still fail again. Manchester United will huff and puff, sign players that will maybe play their first 2 months as good players. By the 3rd month, they begin to peter down because they don't have a structure that support what they are doing, that support the plan. The players will quickly see that, oh, this club does not have a vision. What we're doing here is just try by error. Okay, if it works today, we stick to it. If it doesn't work tomorrow, we chop and change again. It's not going to work. Football is a system. It needs to be a system that is well backed with brick and mortar, put together properly, not castle in the air, not castle of sand, right? That's the problem with clubs like Manchester United, Arsenal, the Super Eagles of Nigeria or Nigerian football in general. Once you focus on structures and individual, you get it. I think that the people at Arsenal thought, oh, if we just give Ozil this money, the money will motivate him. It will bring in 40 assists per season. After all, he's done 20 before. It will bring in 40. But that doesn't work. Oh, Aubameyang is not scoring. Let's give him £350,000 a week. He will score more goals. No, it doesn't work. Because at the end of the day, it might even be a problem. Look at Man United. Let me give you a very good example of wrong decisions taken that shouldn't even have been taken in the first place. Alexis Sanchez was playing well for Arsenal, but Manchester United had just won the Europa and I think the Carling Cup or so. What was the decision they took? They went to sign Alexis Sanchez. Was it a bad signing? No, but they decided to give him £500,000 a week. So the guys who won the Europa Cup are wondering, what the heck? What did this guy win? Look at what we've won, and the reward we get is to go get a guy who plays piano and walk his dog, this reward, and then we are still here. Okay, let him come and play the ball. That's the beginning of the problem. A club that has a structure will sit down and think, as like, no, there's going to be consequences. This is not going to work. We can't do this. Let him be with his Arsenal if you want to be with his Arsenal. As a team, we're way better. We're fine. We don't have Zlatan Ibrahimovic is going, but this guy is not the guy that replaces Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Let's go get somebody else that comes in and the structure of the team still stays. But that didn't work. Similar, if you look at Arsenal, similar problem. That's why Manchester United, you could see the two of them, they are hobnobbing in the same space. The way they used to fight for first and second, they are now hobnobbing in 6s and 7s, 5 and 6, 6 and 7, 8 and 9. That's it. So it's the same sickness, it's the same problem, the same virus, different persons, okay, different hospitals, but it's the same virus. They are curing that, they are trying to fix the problem. It's going to take time. But then that's the same problem that Liverpool had from 1989, if you remember. And it took them 30 years to win the league. In between, they won the Europa Cup in 2001, UEFA Cup in 2001, won the FA Cup in 2001, won the Champions League twice, if I'm not mistaken, in 2005, and won at that time again. But in the league, they were not able to sustain it because there was just that something that is not right. Now look at Liverpool. They've gotten the structure right. They're not spending money like Man City or Manchester United, but somehow they've gotten the structure right. And then they've got a good coach who they've trusted. Excuse me. Who they've trusted with the reins of the club. Once you do that, when they brought in Salah, Sadio Mane, Virgil van Dijk, they were not world class. But the system that they have made them world class. And they are tried and trusted. And look at how, even with Sadio Mane, Mo Salah looking seemingly like they are reaching the end of the line, they've already brought in Diaz, Diego Jota, and a few other players that will come in. So Liverpool might transition these guys out and they will still be in contention. Unfortunately for Liverpool, and it's really, really unfortunate, they arrived at a time where a big money spending group of people came into Man City. If not, Liverpool would have dominated the Premier League for the last 5, 6, or 7 seasons. It's just since the club era, they would have dominated because apart from Man City, I don't think there's really any team that have matched up Liverpool in terms of consistency at the very highest level. And what makes Liverpool different from every other team in the Premier League is that they keep that consistency almost at the 2 big competitions, the Champions League and the Premier League. They've kept it there. This is their first FA Cup finals that they're going in under Jurgen Klopp. Hopefully they will win it and it will go like they've won everything that there is because they've won the Carabao Cup earlier this season. The quadruple is still in play, but then there is structure. Everything, and it's not just football, family, business. You need structure. A system that works makes it easy for everybody to work, even in your workplace. A system that works. If you know that, for instance, let me give you a very good example. In your place of work, you know that this light bulb is bad. And the escalation process is I send a mail to my unit head, and my unit head would not look at it and just delete it, but rather forward it to the people that are supposed to go. The maintenance will get the mail and then they will replace the bulb. It encourages you to send a mail next time when something else is bad. But when you're in a system where somebody just have all the executive power, takes a decision on the fiat and decide whatever I like, I do, then there's a problem. That's what they are having on the club level. We might argue on the field, blame players. You see these players that are playing for Manchester United. Take all of them, put them in another team. They will win titles. All these players playing. But the structure behind them is just not it. And that is what discourages players the most. Knowing that, okay, you know how when you go to school and everybody's parents are always coming for their recital, but you know your parents will not come. You don't go there and you're performing and you're looking at the crowd whether your parents are there. You don't. Because you know they always don't show up. That's what's happening with Manchester United. You may agree, you may disagree, you might decide to like Divine deflect it to Paris Saint-Germain or Lionel Messi. That's your business, but that's just what I think about it. Talking about Cristiano Victor Malalu, what do you make of the Chelsea Arsenal game tonight? I think Chelsea is going to win. Felix Peters says Ronaldo is never the issue. Yeah, it's never the issue. That's your opinion. I respect it. Victor Malalu says Man U team are only like are playing like a bird or strange fellow. Imagine confusing themselves and colliding with one another. No, but in football, that's how it is. When you start, so one of the top ingredients of football is confidence. Confidence in football is like dopamine. You understand? Like for those of you who understand, I'm not going to explain dopamine right now, but it's like dopamine, and sex, right? Confidence in football is like that. When you're playing and your team is winning, first you get very cocky. You get to a place where you think you can do some things. Like the pass that Sadio Mane gave to Mo Salah. If Liverpool were losing maybe 5-4-3 games on the spin, Mo Salah will not try that. He will control the ball, try to turn. And in that process of turning, the opposition will take the ball. But when you have a high level of confidence, you do flick, twists, and turns because you are in the zone. You feel like nobody can beat you. Nothing you do is a mistake. Even foolish play just go well because you are in the zone. Look at the first goal that Liverpool scored against Manchester United. That's very, cool to analyze that. Two players in the same position, no Manchester United player marking them. They drove in, marched in, and then that pass went through. Some of that time, you would see like proper defense against them. That's the way it works. So when your team is lacking in confidence, you almost don't get the juice. The simple passes become very, very complicated, become very, very difficult, and you can't even attempt the complicated one. But when you are high on confidence, simple things get themselves done. And then complicated things just get done easily. That's the way football is. It's like France in 98 and France in 2006, and in between France in 2002. High on confidence at home, they won the World Cup. High on confidence on the return of Zinedine Zidane, they got all the way to the finals, even though Italy won it, but you were satisfied with what France offered in 2006. But were you satisfied with what France offered in 2002? Of course, no. But guess what? France in 2002 actually had the most informed collection of players if you compare them to the 98 squad and the 2006 squad. In 2002, France took the highest goal scorer in France, in Djibril Cissé, took the highest goal scorer in England, in Thierry Henry, and the highest goal scorer in Italy, with 31 goals in David Trezeguet. My point here is that team, as good as they were, didn't have confidence. They were lacking in confidence. They couldn't even score one single goal. How did the three top goal scorers in three top leagues in Europe not able to score just a single goal in Korea and Japan? Just a single goal. Okay, they got knocked out in the group stage. But then go back to the France 98 squad. They have a guy called Steven Givac. Who the hell is Steven Givac? Zinedine Zidane picked up a red card, missed a game. The team was more solid at the back than in the middle and up front. Thierry Henry was just 17 or 18. But guess what? They went on the way to the finals and they won it. In 2006 again, that team assembled again, they were a different squad. And then they got to go to the finals. They lost it, but you could be very, very proud of them. Confidence is a very key thing. Manchester United players right now, confidence and them don't live on the same continent, on the same planet, or in the same world. So it's difficult. Would they bounce back? Obviously, they would. They would. Manchester United is still one of the greatest clubs in the world after Real Madrid. To me, the two greatest clubs in the world is Real Madrid and Manchester United. Would it take time to do it? And the thing with having issues like this is you begin to panic, you begin to worry, you begin to do things haphazardly. You begin to do things out of sync. And then the problem escalates. You know when you have multiple fire in the house, the simple road from where you are to the door become very far because you're confused, you're distracted. In oil and gas company, there's always a stick at the right. Divided attention causes a lot of tension. So your attention is divided. You don't know what to do first, what to say first, whether to save the baby, whether to save the television, whether to take your mobile phone, whether to take. That's all the things. That kind of panic that happens when you're in an exam hall. You start asking questions. How do you spell IT? But it's IT now. You understand? Everybody say, hey, please spell AND. But it's AND. But that's the kind of panic that comes in with such situation. I just hope that they get themselves fixed it by because you want to see a club like Manchester United really battling at the very top of English football. You want to see them coming and making European night what it is because of the value that their fans brings. Okay, you want to have that kind of vociferous fans, those kind of energy, that kind of madness that comes with the glory of Manchester United, but unfortunately we don't have it right now. And at the same time, unfortunately, my time is up. I need to go to school. My class is waiting for me. So I gotta run now. Thank you very much, everyone, for being on the show this wonderful, amazing Wednesday morning. Let's do this again tomorrow. My name is Idafi Matthew. So you love to come in the Lego on the spot. It's been a great time. It's been amazing hanging out with you guys. Vicky said, I use 3 equipment: laptop, tablet, and phone. Thank you very much for being addicted to my station. Do you think it still makes good sense for Ronaldo to remain at Manchester United? I say no. I feel like he's giving so much, but it's not appreciable because of these structural problems affecting the club. I think he should leave. It will be good for both parties. He should leave and go find somewhere else. Jobeli say, not only in football, even in workplace, high level of confidence has a way of maximizing the littlest things done. I agree with you completely. Completely confident. Oh, boy. People don't emphasize the value of confidence enough in the workplace and in football and in sports in general. When you have confidence, oh God, a confident person will do the things that you never thought possible. You never, ever, 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 ever thought possible because the person is confident. Sometimes a very average student would clear up a debate, a test, just because they are confident. They will say things. With confidence, the memory start rushing. There's no block. There is no, jade. You just go and then you attack it. Dayboy Party say thoughts on Sporting Lagos. I'll talk about Sporting Lagos tomorrow because my thought about them is much. What they're doing is great. But I think that there's just one thing that I'm thinking. With the kind of fund available to them, they should approach it the coalition army way. But coalition army didn't happen overnight. So, but there's a whole lot they can go and learn from coalition army. We'll talk about that tomorrow. How can someone grow his confidence? It's very simple. Now, come on. Someone grows his confidence. Isn't that the simplest thing in this world? Like, I don't know, but I gotta go. I've got a class. I'm funny enough. Today, my class, the subject of discussion in my class today is confidence. Hi! All right, I gotta go, man. Once again, my name is David Martinez. You love to come to Lego Sports. It's been a lovely time being on the show today. Confidence is the thing that I sell. It's my biggest assets. Confidence. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yeah.